Did you know your carry-on could get you stopped in 2025, even if it was fine last year? Rules have changed, and most travelers have no idea. From banned power banks to weird water bottle checks, people are getting delayed, fined, or worse, missing their flights. In this video, I'll show you the 10 new airport carry-on rules that are catching people off guard. These aren't the same old no water bottle tips. These are the real 2025 updates you haven't heard about yet. Things that will save you time, money, and embarrassment at security. Oh, and rule number 2 is something even flight attendants are warning their own families about. You'll want to see that. So hit that like button and stay with me till the end. Trust me, your next flight depends on it. 10. Airlines are quietly shrinking overhead bin sizes. In 2025, many travelers are being caught off guard by a silent but costly change. Airlines have quietly reduced the size of their overhead bins. That means your carry-on bag, even if it met the 22 by 14 by 9-inch rule last year, might no longer fit. Newer aircraft, especially smaller regional planes or budget carriers, now use custom-designed bins that aren't as generous as they used to be. Some airlines have also begun enforcing new carry-on weight limits, often requiring bags to be under 7 kilograms or 15 pounds. If your bag exceeds the limit, you may be forced to check it at the gate and pay a hefty fee you weren't expecting. These charges can range from $40 to $80 depending on the airline, and they're often more expensive than if you had just checked your bag in advance. What's worse, some passengers only find out about the new restrictions when it's too late, and they have no choice but to leave items behind or pay up. To avoid surprises, always check your airline's carry-on rules before you travel. Use a soft shell suitcase that gives you more flexibility, and avoid overpacking. If your itinerary includes multiple airlines, double-check each one. A carry-on that works on one flight might get denied on the next. In 2025, carry-on baggage is no longer a one-size-fits-all situation. Bin space is tight, rules are stricter, and mistakes are more expensive than ever. Plan ahead and pack like every inch counts. 9. Overpowered power banks are getting confiscated fast. Power banks are travel essentials, but in 2025, bringing the wrong one could mean losing it at security. TSA and airline regulations now limit power banks to a maximum of 100 watt-hours, or 27,000 milliamp hours. Anything above that, even by a small margin, is banned. Unfortunately, many travelers don't realize this until a TSA agent pulls it out, checks the label, and tells them it's not allowed. And yes, they do check the label. If the power bank doesn't clearly display its specs, or if the label is worn off or unreadable, it might be confiscated on the spot. This happens daily, and travelers often lose expensive, high-capacity battery packs they assumed were fine. Even worse, these rules apply at every airport, so even if you pass security at one terminal, another checkpoint might still flag you. To stay safe, choose a power bank that's well under the limit, ideally under 20,000 milliamp hours, and clearly labeled. Also, make sure you pack it in your carry-on, never in checked luggage. Lithium batteries are not allowed in the cargo hold due to fire risk. If you have multiple power banks, keep them in a pouch so they're easy to remove during screening. The goal is simple: be visible, be compliant, and stay under the limit. It's not worth losing a $100 device just because of a missing sticker. In 2025, power is responsibility. Pack smart, label clearly, and stay charged. Without the drama. 8. Your travel bottle might get you stopped at security. In 2025, carrying a reusable water bottle through airport security seems smart, but if it's the wrong kind, it could lead to unexpected delays. TSA has started flagging certain bottles that appear bulky, suspicious, or too solid. Some travelers were shocked when they were stopped, even with empty stainless steel or insulated bottles. Why? Because some containers are being used to hide banned liquids or alcohol, especially thicker or double-walled designs that can't be X-rayed clearly. TSA officers are trained to spot these now, and they may pull you aside for extra screening just based on how your bottle looks. In some cases, travelers had to surrender their expensive bottles, even if they were completely empty. Want to avoid this? Stick to clear, collapsible, or soft silicone water bottles. These are TSA-friendly, easy to fold up when not in use, and raise fewer red flags. If you really prefer a metal bottle, use one from a known brand, and make sure it looks familiar to staff. Also, never bring a bottle with liquid in it through security. Even a few leftover drops can get you flagged. Instead, keep it dry, open the lid during screening, and refill it after you pass through. It's one of the easiest ways to stay hydrated and travel smart.
In 2025, even the simple water bottle has rules, so don't let your gear slow you down. Carry the right kind, keep it visible, and stay spill-proof and security safe every time you fly. 7. Smart luggage without removable batteries is banned. In 2025, smart luggage is getting smarter, but TSA agents are getting stricter. If you're traveling with a high-tech suitcase that has a built-in power bank or charger, you need to check one important thing. Can the battery be removed? If not, your bag won't fly, literally. TSA and airlines have banned all smart luggage with non-removable lithium batteries from both carry-ons and checked baggage. Why? Lithium batteries are a known fire hazard, and if airport staff can't access the battery quickly in case of an emergency, it's considered too risky to allow on board. This rule has already led to many travelers getting stopped at the gate, being forced to check their bags unexpectedly, or worse, leaving their smart suitcase behind entirely. Imagine paying $300 for a sleek suitcase only to be told you can't use it on your trip. To avoid this mess, open your bag before you travel and make sure you can remove the battery easily. If it's screwed in, sealed, or built into the frame, it's not allowed. Look for bags that have a zippered battery compartment or use a detachable charger instead. And always bring the charger in your carry-on bag, not the checked one. If you're unsure, check your bag's model on the manufacturer's website or ask your airline. TSA doesn't care how new or expensive your luggage is. If the battery's locked in, it's staying behind. In 2025, smart packing means knowing when techie turns into trouble. 6. August is now the cheapest month to fly, but there's a catch. Here's a surprise for 2025. August, once the busiest travel month, is now one of the cheapest times to fly. It sounds too good to be true, but shifting school calendars and changing travel patterns have created a sweet spot in the last 2 weeks of August. With families wrapping up summer trips and fewer new travelers booking, airlines drop prices to fill empty seats. Some flights are up to 15% cheaper than in July or even September. But here's the catch. This deal window is short. If you wait too long, prices shoot back up for Labor Day weekend and fall travel. To grab the deals, you need to book between June and early July, using tools like Google Flights, Skyscanner, or Hopper to monitor fare drops. Midweek departures, especially Tuesdays and Wednesdays, also offer lower rates. Want even more savings? Consider flying into secondary airports, which often have better late summer fares. But remember, cheap tickets can come with tight baggage limits, limited seats, or extra fees, so read the fine print. If you've been holding off on booking a getaway because of high prices, late August might be your golden chance. It's calm, affordable, and still sunny in most places. But act fast, because once the window closes, it's back to full fares and crowded terminals. In 2025, the best travel deals aren't in winter or spring. They're hiding in the tail end of summer. 5. TSA is watching how you pack, not just what you pack. In 2025, it's not just what you bring in your carry-on, but how you pack it that can get you stopped. TSA scanners are now better at spotting unusual packing patterns, and if your bag looks dense or cluttered, it gets flagged for extra screening. What does that mean? If you stuff all your items in one tight layer or bury electronics under shoes and clothes, the X-ray can't see clearly. That's when agents pull your bag for a full manual inspection. Suddenly, you're unpacking in front of a line of people with your socks and snacks everywhere. It's stressful, slow, and avoidable. The smart move? Use packing cubes to separate items. Put electronics like tablets, chargers, and headphones in one easy-access pouch. Liquids and snacks should go near the top zipper. Laptops should always be on top, never buried. TSA officers actually love organized bags. It makes their job easier and helps you fly through security faster. Another tip? Don't overstuff your carry-on. A bag bursting at the seams often gets flagged for density or hidden compartments. Keep things light, loose, and easy to open. In 2025, messy packing equals delay, but organized travelers get a nod, a smile, and a stress-free trip. Don't just pack to fit, pack to pass. Security starts at home, not at the airport. 4. Multiple personal items? That trick won't work anymore. Trying to bring a purse, a laptop bag, a backpack, and a shopping bag through as your personal item? In 2025, that game is over. TSA and airlines have cracked down hard on passengers trying to sneak in more than their allowed items. Most airlines still allow one carry-on and one personal item, but now they're being very specific about what counts. If you show up with 2 or 3 bags, even if they're small, gate agents will stop you. You'll be asked to combine them, or worse, pay a last-minute fee to check one. And those fees are no joke. On some budget airlines, they can cost more than your ticket. What's changed? Staff now have handheld scanners to monitor bag sizes, and even AI-powered cameras at some gates that detect excess items. The fix? Use a tote bag that can slide inside your backpack, or bring a foldable shopping bag you can collapse into your suitcase after passing security. Pack light and think ahead. Bonus tip, keep your hands free by clipping smaller pouches inside a larger bag. It's all about the appearance of following the rules. Don't give TSA or gate staff a reason to stop you. One wrong bag could cost you time, money, or even your flight. Play it smart. One carry-on, one personal item, nothing more. 3. Oversized toiletries are still the #1 mistake travelers make. It's 2025, and travelers still mess this one up every single day. TSA's 311 rule is still in full effect and still causing delays. You can only bring liquids in containers of 3.4 ounces or 100 milliliters or less, and they must all fit in one quart-sized clear plastic bag. Doesn't matter if your bottle is nearly empty or almost small enough. If it's too big or not in a clear bag, it's going in the trash. Still, people try to sneak in full-size shampoo bottles, toothpaste, face wash, and even jars of peanut butter. Yes, peanut butter counts as a liquid now. TSA doesn't care how expensive your product is or how much you need it. If it breaks the rule, it's gone. Want to avoid this? Buy travel-size toiletries or use refillable silicone bottles labeled with the size. Keep them in a clear zip-top pouch and place them where you can grab them quickly during screening. If you forget and leave a bottle deep in your bag, you might get flagged for full bag search. That means delays, questions, and maybe missing your boarding time. Also remember that aerosols like hairspray or deodorant count too. Stick to travel-friendly versions. This rule might feel old, but it's the one that still causes the most issues. Pack smart and follow the 311 rule like a pro. It's the easiest way to skip stress at security. 2. Forgetting to remove electronics is now a major red flag. In 2025, TSA agents are watching closely to see if you know how to go through security properly. If you leave large electronics like laptops, tablets, gaming consoles, or e-readers in your bag, expect a manual search. Scanners can't get a clear view of dense electronics under clothes or shoes. So if you forget, you'll be stopped, pulled aside, and your bag will be unpacked on the spot. Even if you're running late, TSA won't let it slide anymore. Want to breeze through? Always take out your electronics and place them in a separate bin. Have them in an easy-to-reach sleeve or top section of your backpack. TSA agents call these prepped passengers, and they love them. It speeds things up and earns you a nod of appreciation. Pro tip, pack all your tech together in a travel pouch. Pull out one thing and the rest comes out with it.
1. This one mistake could get your bag tossed immediately. Here it is, the most overlooked, most dangerous, and most costly mistake travelers make in 2025. It's packing lithium batteries the wrong way. These little power sources, in cameras, vapes, tools, or toys, are banned in checked luggage and strictly regulated in carry-ons. If a TSA agent finds a lithium battery that's loose, unlabeled, or damaged, they can remove it and toss it immediately. Why? Because lithium batteries can overheat or even catch fire in the air. In fact, fires caused by batteries have increased in recent years, and TSA isn't taking chances. If you pack batteries the wrong way, your entire carry-on could get flagged. You might even miss your flight. So what's the right way? First, keep batteries only in your carry-on. Second, put them in a battery case or original packaging, not floating in a pouch. Third, make sure they're labeled with watt-hours or mAh, especially if they're high capacity. And finally, do not bring damaged or swollen batteries. Those are banned completely. This rule is no joke. Every week, travelers lose expensive electronics because of one simple oversight. Don't be one of them. Handle batteries with care, label them properly, and pack like you know the rules. Because now, in 2025, everyone is watching, and safety comes first. That's it, your updated 2025 Carry-On Survival Guide. These new rules are catching thousands of travelers off guard every single day. But now you know better. So before your next flight, double-check your bag, pack smart, and skip the stress. If this video helped you, give it a like and share it with someone flying soon. And hey, what's the weirdest thing you've seen someone get stopped for at security? Drop it in the comments. We might feature it in the next video. Safe travels, and I'll see you in the next one.